Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I made this little mobile cart, and the reason I made it was because right here I have my joiner and my planer, and I don't have any work surfaces or flat surfaces to set material on before I plane it or after I plane it, because all my workbenches are over there and it's a little bit of a hike to go back and forth to set them down. And I thought, you know what, it'd be nice to make a little parts cart that I could fit all my boards on, plane them down, set them back on here, and then I can wheel them over to my workbench and work on the wood there. So let's get into this build. I'm going to start this project off by making the legs, and the legs are going to be 3 inches by 3 inches. So what I have to do is I have to cut 4 pieces at 3 inches wide, and then I'm going to have to cut 4 more pieces, but they're going to have to be at 2 1/4 inches wide. That way when you glue them together in an L shape, they'll be 3 inches by 3 inches. Next, we're going to cut the pieces down to 30 inches long. We're going to use the stop block on the miter saw. That way all our legs will be the exact same length. It doesn't have to be exactly 30 inches, they just have to be all the same length. Do you guys ever cut yourself and not know how you did it? Now it's time to assemble the legs, and I'm just going to do simple butt joints like that. I'm just going to nail them together, and then I'm going to come back and screw it. I'm trying to keep this project as simple as possible. It's just shop furniture. It doesn't need to be fine furniture. All right, just 3 more to do. Probably going to speed this part up. Whenever I do stuff like this, I like to treat it like it's an assembly line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and drill all my holes first, and then I'll go and put all the screws in. 4 screws per leg. That's probably all it needs. So off camera, I cut these little blocks. They're 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and they're gonna go right in here. And that is so that we can screw our casters to them. And we're just gonna glue and brad nail those in place and screw them as well. Next, we need to cut the stretchers, and I'm going to cut them to 2 1/2 inches wide, and we need those for the top and the bottom. Now we have to cut 4 of those stretcher pieces to 16 1/2 inches, and the other 4 we have to cut down to 28 1/2 inches. Now it's time to attach the stretcher pieces, and we're just going to put one in the top and then one in the bottom. The one in the bottom, I'm thinking that we're just going to put it tight up against the bottom of those blocks that we put to fasten the wheels to. And it's important to make sure that it stays square. And like everything else, we're going to glue it to make sure it doesn't fall apart. So I goofed on the measurements just a little bit. These short pieces that I told you that to be cut down to 16.5 inches should be 15 because I didn't account for the thickness of this plywood here. So just a small mistake, but I fixed it already. And we're just gonna glue and screw these on as well and make sure it's square. Next, we need to cut a bottom for this, and I believe it has to be 16 3/8, 28.5. Okay, I cut this off camera. We're not going to glue this in place because I don't really see a need to do that. Okay, I just got to get a mallet. And we're just going to fasten it down with a few screws. Now we're just going to tip it on its side and we'll attach the casters to it. I'm going to put this upside down on the ground. It'll be a lot easier to attach the casters that way. All right, see if she rolls. Now the last step that we need to do is to make the top. And I figured I was gonna make it 20 inches by 32 with a 1 inch overhang all the way around. And we're just going to screw this top on. And the last thing I do is I'm just going to take some sandpaper to take away the sharp edges. So that is it for this project, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you're new to my channel, I encourage you guys to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload a new video. And like always, we'll see you in the next one.